that's okay, cause we in love. Oh my God, I fell in love, with the love. Show me love, I give you love. Fell in love, I fell in love. I want it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm in a different surrounding. But I just want to come on here and just say a few things. One, a lot has happened. I know I made a video like some days ago, weeks ago, whatever. Well, today's video diary number 6, okay? Last video I talked about school, which I'm still doing. I kind of have moments where like I want to give up, but I know I can't do that, so I'm pushing through. I do, like, sometimes I go like a day without doing my schoolwork, and then the next day I'm like full blown just going through that and doing what I need to. So yes, there's moments where I don't do it, especially on the weekends. I feel like the weekends is for you to reset and, just do certain things, not worry about, school. Because I don't think there's such thing as doing school on the weekend unless you want to. So there's sometimes I'll go a day without doing my schoolwork, and then the next day I'm like full blown focused, like, okay, yeah. And then the weekend comes, I don't do no schoolwork. I'm just doing other things. Not to talk about nobody, but I went through some stuff like at my cousin's house. Like, I just didn't feel like I was being helped. Okay, maybe everybody else like, oh yeah, she was helping. Like, if I feel like I wasn't being helped, then I wasn't being helped. I'm not gonna sit here and lie on nobody and say like, oh, she was or she wasn't and this and that, but she wasn't. I just didn't feel like I was being helped. As far as that, like, I came down here, having expectations, and sometimes we have expectations, it's not gonna always happen. Okay. My mom told me like, oh yeah, this side of the family will help and this and that, and I've been down here a year now. As of the 25th, I've been down here a year. And mind you, I moved down here by myself, no family, no mom, no nothing, by myself. And I stayed with my cousin, and I felt like it wasn't for me. My auntie stepped in and she talked to one of her, closest friends or whatever, and had her come get me from my cousins because my auntie didn't like, what I was going through over there. Yeah, my cousin's nice, but I just didn't feel like I was prospering or that I was, making progress. Yeah, I was working and stuff, but when I asked her to like for help with this or that, it was always something. Not to talk, bad, but this is just how I felt. Like, it was just, I didn't feel like I was getting helped. You know, I just been really in a, like, my life has been a roller coaster, like a real life roller coaster. It's just been crazy since I've been growing up. Like, yeah, I was a happy kid when I was younger, and I started getting older and depression started hitting me, but I wasn't really realizing it, but it was there. It's been there since I was a kid. Just didn't realize it. Didn't know how to handle it. Like, I done been through some stuff, growing up, and I've grown up to be a people pleaser. Like, I'm always trying to please people for their love and stuff like that. But what about them working to get my love, Like, what about what I want? Like, why am I, pleasing everybody else but not pleasing myself? Why am I doing all this work for y'all love, but y'all not doing nothing for mine? Like, I love my family, but I just feel like I'm, like, the longer I've been down here, I'm just realizing a lot of stuff. And maybe, this move was a good thing. Like, yeah, I've been wanting to go home and stuff, but now that I'm realizing, like, do I really need to go back home? Not really, but I want to because my sisters and, stuff like that. And I'm not really used to this environment. Like, I've been home my whole life, so I'm used to that. But making this big move, it was stressing me out because I don't know nobody down here, nothing like that, no friends, nothing. And this move kind of was hard. Like I didn't want to do it at first, but I was like, okay, maybe I should just for like a few months, like just to reset myself and whatever. But I wasn't expecting to be down here this long, and the longer I'm down here, it's like the more I'm realizing like back home is possibly not for me. Maybe I'll go back in like another year or so just to see how it is, and if I don't like it, then I'll come back. But as of right now, I'm liking where I'm at. Where the person I'm with, cause my auntie, she had her friend come and get me. Where I'm at with her, I feel good. Like, yeah, I still have my moments, but I'm not as depressed. Like, it's just, it's just been a roller coaster for me. I also want to talk about, my mom. Like, mom, like, don't take nothing I say the wrong way, but like, I made these videos to basically talk about my life and, tell my truth on what's going on with me. And despite how you feel and how anybody else feels, this is my truth. And I'm sorry, if you feel any type of way, but it has to be said. Like, half the reason why I don't have that foundation or that support is because of you. Maybe it's because grandma, she didn't raise you well, and so you don't know how to raise us. And I'm not saying these things to hurt anybody's feelings, but I just feel like it needs to be said, okay? You weren't the best mom. Like, let's just be real. You weren't the best mom. And, like, you were there, but you weren't there. Same thing with my dad. He was there, but he wasn't there. And a lot of things affected me more than my other siblings, only because I feel like me going through what I went through and seeing the things I've seen, like my brother, obviously it didn't hit him that like that because he was with his dad, so he had it kind of good. Like, but me, I was bouncing from one family to the next, to the next, to the next, basically being raised by everybody else but you, really. Like you, like I said, you were there, but you weren't. And I think growing up, all I wanted was to be with my mom. Like, all I wanted was you to be my mom. And I don't feel like you ever were. And you still aren't. Like, I really wish I didn't go through what I went through with that person. And maybe I wouldn't be down here. Maybe I'll be back home with you. Who knows? But I just wish you were there more. I wish you were more of a mother. But you weren't. Like, yeah, you were there when, that happened some years ago. You were there some other times, but you weren't really there to raise me. Because if you were, like, I would, know what to do walking through life. Like, I would have that foundation. I would be more stabilized. Like, I would have a better mindset. But I basically been, like, teaching myself, raising myself. Or other people were raising me and teaching me, but they couldn't really teach me anything. I needed my mom for that. And my dad, like, he finally came back into my life, but it was like, you were only around, like, as a kid, like, when I was a kid. So when I tried to live with you, like, when I tried to live with my dad, like, I wasn't really that comfortable that like I thought I was, because like I don't really know him like that. Like, yeah, you came to visit and I was around you as a baby and as a kid, like going back and forth from where I was born to Cali, back and forth and stuff like that. So you didn't really get to like really see me grow up and witness the stuff that I went through. mom, like she was there, whatever, but she really wasn't. Like my whole family, basically, guys, they're discombobulated. Like, and I think that's why I'm kind of the way I am. But I can't blame that on me. I have to blame my family for the way I am. But now I'm looking at it as like, it's okay. Like, I'm going to get through this. But I really wish things were different. Like, those family members that, tried their best and, helped my mom raise me and stuff, I appreciate every last one of y'all and I love y'all. But I really wish there was more for me. Like, I dropped out of high school, didn't even finish school for real. It's just a lot. Like, then my depression is, keeping me from keeping a job and stuff like that because my depression is like there. Like, I suffer with severe depression and anxiety. Like, when things aren't for me, I quit. And I think I can't keep doing that because where's that going to get me in life? Like, my dad told me I can come back and live with him and stuff, but it's like, I don't know if I want to do that. And I made the decision to kind of cut off my family for a while just to see if that would help me, because I feel like I've been living for them and not for myself. And it's just, I'm sorry if I'm crying, but like, it's just so much that I've been through that nobody really knows. Like I said, unless you were there. I was a kid when this happened. My grandma's ex-husband, this is the reason why I don't like pools and stuff. So this is gonna be an emotional video, guys. I'm sorry, but it is. So I was a kid when this happened. I was in the pool with my sisters and my grandma's ex-husband. And I know this is something I shouldn't talk about, but I feel like if I talk about it, it'll be better for me. Because I kind of still have, nightmares and, little visions of what happened. And I think that kind of messed me up too. But this is my story, right? I gotta tell it. So, as a kid, me and my sisters and my grandma's ex-husband went to the pool. And I was swimming. And I was in the corner of the pool and he went under the water and swam under me. And he started, fondling me with his fingers. So basically what I'm telling you guys is I was sexually abused as a child. I want to say I was like maybe 10 or 11. And when it happened, I got out of the pool and I told my sisters to come. They didn't want to come. I tried everything to get them to come. They didn't want to go. So I ran home and, I told my mom's boyfriend at the time what happened. And I felt so disgusted. Like, I just felt so disgusted. I took a shower. And nobody believed me because they was like, why would she take a shower? And all this other stuff. But yeah, I felt so disgusted I took a shower. And what hurt me was my grandma not believing me. She didn't believe me for some years. And it really hurt me. And that's kind of why we're not close. Believe it or not. So sometime last year, he finally admitted it. And I looked at my grandma like, Grandma, you should have believed me. Like, you should have believed me. She should have believed me, right? I was telling you this and telling you this. And sometimes when people do things, they like block it out so they don't have to remember. But, you know, in prison, he was hypnotized and that brought the memory back, and he told my grandma what happened. And right then and there, she cried and cried to me and told me she should have believed me and that she was sorry. But I would never forgive you, Grandma. Like, I forgot, you know, I didn't forget, but like, I can't forgive and forget the situation. Like, I love my grandma, but I can't forgive you for not believing me. Like, because I sat there and kept telling you for years that he did this to me, to your own grandchild. And after that incident, like, it's kind of messed me up mentally. To be honest with you, like, it messed me up mentally, guys. Like, I didn't really want to tell you guys this. I didn't really want to bring it up, but it's like I need to start getting things off my chest and just telling my story. This is the reason why I made these videos, right? So when my family watches this, I'm sorry that, you know, or not sorry, but like, I had to tell this story, and I know y'all don't want me to keep talking about it or reminiscing about it, but it happened and it needs to be talked about. Yeah, I'm crying, but it's like, this is because this is something that's been on my chest like for so long that when I think about it, I cry. When I talk about it, I cry, because this is something that happened to me as a child, like, that messed up my childhood for real. But I'm like glad I'm talking about it. You know, my relationships weren't the best. Like, I think it kind of messed me up for, you know, getting relationships and stuff. Like, it really did. And I don't want to make this video too long, and I don't want to make it too short either, but I'm just glad you guys are supporting and that you guys are showing love, you know. And I'm sorry if this is a hard thing to hear, but it had to be said. And I knew it was coming because I needed to get that off my chest. But I'm just glad I'm taking everything step by step and not, you know, trying to live like everybody else. I gotta live like myself and be myself. But it's kind of hard, like, just seeing things on social media and being like, I wish this was for me. Like, I wish I was like this. But, you know, everybody moves at their own pace, and I feel like I am where I need to be, because that's what I was told. Like, my auntie's foster sister told me that I'm where I need to be, and I kind of feel that way too, a little bit. But the more, like, I think about stuff, the more I'm like, yeah. I'm kind of upset with my mom, because I've been trying to come home, and you're waiting on your boyfriend to tell me when I can come home. I understand that's his house and stuff, but you want me home, you should get me home. But it's like, now I'm looking at it like, I don't think I want to come home right now. Like, I'm fine where I'm at. I'm getting things done, school, stuff like that, and after school, like, a job, or maybe while I'm in school, work. But also, I am doing a big move. I am currently moving. Yeah, she told me I could stay with her if I want to, and this is what I'm choosing to do. I'd rather be somewhere positive, even though it is kind of chaotic sometimes, but I'd rather be somewhere positive than where I was before, and not really, I was staying in the same spot at my cousin's. But now that I'm here, it's like I'm moving just a little bit. It's not like fast, but I'm moving, and I'm kind of, you know, glad about that. I don't really know what else to talk about. My depression is still there. It is. I have my moments. Just hopefully I don't mess up over here and you know, if she sends me back to my cousins, I need to continue doing what I'm doing, helping in some way possible. But yeah, I am glad I chose to leave my cousins and come somewhere I feel comfortable at, somewhere I feel safe at. My next video, I don't know, I mean, not my next video, but my next topic, I don't know what to talk about. So I think I'm going to end the video here. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Much love to you guys.